Okay, so there are various opinions among console players regarding a realistic Ghost Recon game and what type of gameplay they would prefer. While some console players express a preference for Ghost Recon to lean more into the tactical shooter genre, they may not prefer the game to veer too far off into milsim or full realism. Others are showing interest in a realistic military-style shooter when it comes to Ghost Recon gameplay. And it's essential to note that there is no unanimous stance among console players when discussing gameplay and design, and individual preferences do vary. Some players enjoy the current gameplay mechanics in Wildlands and Breakpoint, while others express a desire for more realistic features like in the original Ghost Recon games. Many console players lean towards wanting more tactical options rather than full-blown realism like Arma or Ground Branch. PC players want the next game to be more realistic and offer greater tactical options to compete with other realistic tactical shooters. Console gamer preferences for realism differ, with some players advocating for features like a lower time to kill, longer engagement ranges, and even permadeath, while others want a more balanced approach for a more casual game style. The spectrum from arcade gameplay to milsim requires careful balancing by Ubisoft in an attempt to cater to everyone's preferences. Some players want tactical gameplay with mission planning, loadout modifications, improved AI behavior for those lethal enemy encounters. Others prefer a lower level of realism, but not so much that it pushes the franchise too much towards being an arcade shooter. There's definitely a consensus against the extremes on both sides of the spectrum. Too arcade-like and too much milsim might end up alienating too many gamers. Console players are expressing a desire for a more realistic tactical shooter on their platform, recognizing a lack of AAA milsim type games. However, the success of games like Call of Duty in introducing less realistic gameplay to gamers does indicate that certain types of gameplay triumph over realism for broader audiences, especially amongst the PvP crowd. But there are still a large portion of gamers who prioritize the tactical experience, demanding immersion and strict realism, requesting gameplay mechanics that lean more towards the milsim side of the gameplay spectrum. Gamers obviously appreciate the option to tailor their gaming experience via various settings, allowing them to choose specific gameplay elements based on personal preferences. Breakpoint's approach of letting players customize their experience was commended and highlighted Ubisoft's understanding of where they should have taken the franchise from the beginning of development. Now, we recognize that the Ghost Recon fanbase is divided between those who appreciate the franchise's roots and desire a return to a more tactical gameplay experience, and those who enjoy a newer, more arcade-like element game style. Some players have a deep nostalgia for earlier Ghost Recon titles, particularly emphasizing the enjoyment of Ghost Recon 1 to the GRA series, and others prefer the more balanced approach in the open world titles such as Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint. So while console gamers may tend to have more varied preferences than PC gamers, the prevailing sentiment that I see does lean towards a desire for Ghost Recon to go back to its roots and provide a realistic tactical experience. So what's your opinion on this topic? Are you a PC gamer? Are you a console gamer? What type of gameplay do you prefer when playing Ghost Recon? Let me know in the comments below and we'll discuss it like always. Alright ghosts, that's all for now. Everyone have a great day and I will see you all in the next video.